Alright, hello. Alright, so I finally got everything together to actually review this, and hopefully be able to hear it. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, this recorder's like, that's the output, normally, and that I could barely even hear, so I got all my stuff together. I have an external speaker so we can actually hear it. So, let's see. I think that might be the right mode. We'll see in a second, won't we? Recording. Approximate. It's 11:41 on May. I don't know. I think it's the 19th. There we go. Alright. It has lighting. Is anybody here with me? I need a windscreen so bad. Can you tell me your name? What about your age? No way. What was the last year you remember? I want to put it out here. I'm a neighbor. I don't want anyone to follow me home, please. I just wanted to see if anyone wanted to chat. If anyone has anything important to say, say it now. If you have someone to say something to, you can obviously address that person. Anything like that. Oh, I feel like it's chillier than it was on the walk here. To be fair, I thought I saw something weird moving earlier. Not sure. I don't think I've seen it since, so we're probably okay. Alright. So, I don't know if it's true, but a lot of people suggest that if you play the recordings back at the place, that sometimes it, especially if you've caught something, can create kind of a weird loop effect. So I feel like I'm gonna stop the recording here in a second and play it back, and oh, the breeze is chilly. We'll see if that's the case. This is interesting. I didn't expect this video to be so much of my face, but with this lighting, what the fuck did I expect? Oh well. I don't know which recording that was, so that's probably best. How is that remotely possible? My battery's dead. I put in a brand new battery, like, it has the fancy Duracell I put in brand new last night and used it to record that, or the night before, or whatever, whenever this was. Well, yesterday, I guess. Yeah. What the heck? My battery's gone. That's really weird. I don't think, well, I'm not sure. I thought I might have heard something, but I wasn't really sure, so I was going to replay some of this. Recording. Approximate, it's 11:41 on May, I don't know, I think it's the 19th. Yeah, yesterday. Alright. Is anybody here with me? Can you tell me your name? What about your age? What was the last year you remember? What was the last year you remember? What about your age? What was the last year you remember? I can't tell if there's something here or not. Like, I don't know. Okay, I'm a little stumped here. I want to put it out here. I'm a neighbor. Here, hold on. I guess. Wait, no. No. Here, let me... Okay. Well, that means we're at max volume, so let's see. What was the last year you remember? Oh no, I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. I got this. It's probably... What about your age? What was the last year you remember? I think that might just be weird wind. What was...
I don't know. There might be something here. I don't no fucking idea, dude. This... I either have some, like, really weird sounding wind, or there's, like, a small cry or something. It could totally be wind. There was a lot of wind. As I said, I need can't even talk. I need a windscreen. I need a windscreen pretty badly if I'm going to be continuing to use this kind of a mic outdoors. That should help clear up the audio a bit. I don't know why I haven't done that. It's not expensive, but I just haven't. Not 100% sure yet. I might figure out how to stick this fucker in Audacity, and I don't even know if... I'll see if I can get Audacity on something, because my computer's a piece of crap. But maybe it'll work on this thing. I'll try to see if I can look at the actual, like, waveform and get a better idea if there's something there, or if I'm, like, hearing something here, because I can't quite tell. If there is, that's, like, the only sound I heard that wasn't, like, wind or traffic. So, perhaps? That's really unsatisfying. I'm sorry. I was hoping for something a little bit more definitive, but that was, a very quiet ghost if it was. It was around when I said, you know, asked about age, and then I heard a little... I mean, if it was a sound that wasn't wind, it kind of sounded like a small child whining to me almost. Which is minorly terrifying because I definitely believe there's small children over there. It's a pioneer cemetery. I'm really weirded out about the battery part because, like, legit, it's supposed to be, like, the hardcore fancy Duracells. Like, I legitimately was like, why is the Duracell sexy? Because they went all plain and fancy. And the fact that it seems to be entirely drained when it really shouldn't is, putting me off a bit, actually. So, yeah. Kind of ambivalent. Although, I will tell you that, it seemed like it's really cold up there. I got about halfway down the last block that I recorded my approach to, and it started getting way less chilly, so I don't know if it was some kind of, because I do believe there's a slight elevation difference, because it's like a slight hill you walk up to get to it, but I don't think it's nearly enough to cause, like, it felt like it was a good 10 degrees or better difference in temperature between the cemetery and, like, getting to the actual street, and that seemed like a really large difference for a relatively little change in altitude. I don't know that much about that, honestly, but that seemed like it was, like, really a large difference, and it didn't seem like it was, I don't know, it was a little strange. I did think I saw something in the distance at one point. It was, I kind of trailed off at one point, and it looked like something might have been moving, like some kind of moving shadow in the distance, but, I don't know. I was really thrown off by the double floodlights. I remember there being one back there, but I don't remember there being two, and they seemed like they were set, to be on longer, so I'm guessing they probably have had issues, because I'm sure it is technically, I just rolled my eyes, technically, I'm sure it is after dark, not really, open to people, but I wasn't going to break anything, and I didn't have to break in to do it, so yeah. I don't know. I've had some crazy experiences. I might do a little video to talk about that. I don't know. Honestly, the other day I just realized that, like, my experiences with the paranormal, if I heard someone else tell me all the stuff they'd seen that I had seen, like, if I had related this to someone else and they told me they thought I was crazy, I would completely understand, because if I were to hear my stories from someone else, I would absolutely think I'm crazy, because I've seen some really weird things. I've had things happen that was my washer. You might have heard the little ding. There's a little melody thing. Yeah, alarm. I've had things that were clearly, like, aware and sentient and interacting. And you have those, like, a couple of times, and it's really hard to imagine that it's any other type of phenomenon besides spirits. Whatever it is clearly, at least it sometimes clearly has awareness and interacts with, the people that are there. I've seen a few of those. I've had some crazy ones. I had at my that was also the washer. The house that I lived in for most of my, like, teenage years, or basically my teenage years, I had a lot of weird things happen. And one of the weirdest was, like, some knocking that appeared to be sentient, because it happened. My mother and I were in her room, and there was knocking, and we thought it was on the door. So I went to see who it was. No one was there. Okay. Another knock. I'm like, is somebody playing Ding Dong Ditch? What the fuck's going on here? So I sent my mom to answer the door, because I thought I could be sneaky and, like, see if anybody was, like, running past, because her window was right there. And there was no one there, and the knocking never occurred when someone was out of the room, like, either her or I. Okay, you can stop now. My washer keeps going off. I don't know if it's, like, trying to get my attention or what. I've never heard it go off this many times, I don't think. Anyways, every time one of us would go out to try to figure out what was going on, the knocking would stop. We eventually figured out that it wasn't on that door, but we thought it was on the wall, which was inaccessible because there's a big coat hanger and hamper thing, and bench, I guess, technically, when it wasn't too full, that was, like, not against the wall, but, like, blocking access to the wall. And we thought it was knocking on that wall. Oh my god, it's still going off. And there's knocking, and it would stop when either of us went outside of the room. After we realized it wasn't, like, someone pranking us, we kind of gave up and, like, let it knock for a while. And it kind of, like, petered out eventually. Like, it just stopped eventually. And that was the only knocking we ever had at that house, ever. But the fact that it seemed to be, like, it would stop whenever either of us left the room was really weird. It seemed to have, like, awareness of us leaving the room. I don't know, it was very weird. That was the only knocking thing I had there. Had all kinds of other crazy things there, and I will probably at some point do a video talking about some more things. I'm gonna go before my washer kills me for not changing my load or something. Like, it's still going off. Thanks for everybody to come and check out this video. Sorry, this seems a little... sorry, I didn't actually outright catch a ghost voice, because that's always... I was going to say fun, but frequently it's terrifying, but it's usually interesting. I have a lot of recordings on my mic. I might go through and see if any of those are worth sharing. I don't know. I honestly don't remember what all the things are on my recorder right now, so that might be a thing to do. I'm also going to be kind of like looking for other places to do stuff. I'm considering doing one of my favorite cemeteries. If I do, it will be like a daytime trip. I'm not going to try to fuck with at night for multiple reasons. Mostly because it's like it's open during the day and they lock it at night, and I don't want to try messing with trespassing, but I would love to try to record more E.V.P. I'm going to go ahead and talk to my partner about maybe trying to get a windscreen because they aren't expensive, and I think it would be helpful. But yeah, there's this, another Pioneer Cemetery, actually. I think, like, most of my favorites are pretty old, of the cemeteries in the town I live. This one I think is my favorite so far. I'll go during the day and see about recording some audio, and maybe give a little bit of a tour, look-see, because it's got some interesting stuff. It's a little beat up. Part of why they keep it locked is, like, people, there's a lot of vandalism in there. People go in there and knock down the headstones, which really pisses me off. People are dead. Leave their monuments alone. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like, it just seems, like, incredibly dumb and destructive, and I don't see... Are you showing the dead people you're a badass? Like, what is the point? But apparently kids, and I'm hoping it's kids, people in my city or town or whatever the fuck it is, like to do that, at least in this particular cemetery, a lot. So, yeah, it's kind of run down, but, I've seen a lot of weird things there. I went there once with my friend at the time, a neighbor, and it was actually locked when we got there because it was after dark. And we were talking at the gate, and I gave the lock a pull. And I mean, I'd done it before when we got there. I pulled on the lock. It was locked. We were talking for a little bit, and I went back and I pulled on the lock again, and it completely popped open. So I'm not gonna lie, we took it as like permission to come in. So we just went in. And that was a really interesting night. I've gotten some weird things. I don't have it anymore, but I had a very bizarre picture from that cemetery. I'm just blabbering now. And I appear to have, like, a weird noose. Very strange. There have absolutely been times when I haven't, for a long time I would not go in the back of the cemetery after dark. It's one of those places where you'll see, like, a shadow in among the taller headstones, like someone hiding and ducking behind them. Which can be pretty alarming. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I gotta work on this because this is fun. I'm actually enjoying this. I didn't do very long last time. Mostly because I was just super sketched out by those lights, and I don't know, there's like a weird... I had some, like, weird feelings on the way there. It felt like I kept seeing weird things. Like, there was a dude on a bike that stopped off the bike and, like, was fidgeting with a pole and then got back on his bike and took off. It was just very mysterious and weird, and Sometimes things have weird feelings. I'm blabbering again. I need to go. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.